Hello, welcome to devlog number 2 or 3, I forget. I think it's number 3, right? It's number 3. Welcome to devlog number 3, where today I will be moving over from my old game engine to a new game engine that I call soragl, which I'm pretty sure I introduced you guys last devlog. And this is the GitHub repository for soragl, which is the new game engine that I'm making. Let's start off with the first section. So some things that I needed to move over were the player code, the mage code, the peasant code, and of course the most important aspect of the game, the grass. From my previous experience of making game engines, and when I say game engine, it's more like small projects that I've made so that I can make games faster. But anyways, the best way that I decided works for me was to make the game engine alongside a game that I'm making. And so basically I got to add in a lot of features that I needed while I was making the game. So, designing the new grass system based off the old one. There are no flowers, unfortunately. I planned on adding flowers, but I think I forgot, so I ended up not adding flowers. But basically, my old grass engine was actually pretty good, but I decided to somewhat remake it. Import grass with grass handler. Okay, let's run it. Let's go. Run. Wrong one. Okay, but actually this grass looks so cool though. Like, it looks so much better than my old grass. It's so much smoother now, because it's not as laggy as before, because I'm using opengl to render everything. I'm so smart. Oh wait, that actually looks so nice though. Chapter 3. How does grass work in a game? Games use many different techniques to draw grass to the screen, and based on my 2 minutes of research I performed just now, I found one method: billboarding. I do know there are other methods out there, such as using geometry shaders and whatnot, but since we're using pygame, and pygame is very bad for mass running things. People talk about GPU instancing and abusing computers to generate grass vertices and whatnot, but I'm talking about abusing grass as a particle using the particle handler I have in my game engine. If you want another video to watch on grass, I have a video linked in the description down below. And to answer the question, grass in my game works as a particle with an... Oh, I already explained this. Yeah, but here's the code. It's also on GitHub, which is also in the description. The particle handler is what it is. Yeah, usually particles have a lifespan, but in the update function, I decided to remove the snippet of code that checks for the death of particles, and so the particles have an infinite lifespan. You don't want to do this for normal particles, or your computer is going to cry. Trust me, I know this from personal experience. It's not fun. Anyways. Alright, chapter 4. The caching section of the code. Caching, the act of being cool. What was I trying to do with this? Caching, where data is stored somewhere to be accessed again multiple times. In other words, data is created once and reused multiple times. In the case of my grass, I used caching to store the rotations of each grass for the first object. Since rotating textures in pygame is a very slow process, and basically you need to call the pygame that transform.rotate function hundreds of times, perhaps thousands of times depending on the number of grass blades you have per second. That's like terrible for performance. But yeah, basically caching allows me to call this function once for each rotation of grass, and then I can store the results and reuse them however many times necessary. And the caching code is shown as below. Don't ask what it means. I have no idea. I just write the code, man. Just GitHub Copilot there for a reason. Chapter 5. Implementation into the world. So I have a pre-existing chunking system in my game engine actually, and basically the grass is stored in chunks, and since they are particle handlers, which are basically just entities, they update in a similar fashion. That is why they have an annoying offset that you can see on the screen. And I just realized I know how to solve this problem now. Since my player object has an attached camera component, and the component basically updates the global offset variable, the grass was being drawn to the screen before the offset was updated, and so this would cause a few problems here and there. But that problem's gone now. So. And how did I implement chunking? Well, basically,
just do it! Make your dreams come true!
It's not that hard. I'm just kidding. Okay, so basically, chunking in my engine consists of storing a grid of blocks, where each of the blocks are a chunk on an XY Cartesian plane. And by using the power of dictionaries in Python, I'm able to efficiently retrieve chunks from the world dictionary and then abuse all of these chunks however many times that I desire to do so. So in each chunk, a set of entities is stored and updated. If the chunk leaves the rendering distance range, then the entities located within them aren't updated either. And so this means that the millions of blades of grass that I summoned from the depths of hell will not be rendered at all once the chunk leaves the rendering distance range. And this is actually if I decide on having grass in every single chunk, which will definitely not be the case. However, if it does come to that, then there won't be any brain damage, which is a really good thing. Anyways, I kind of want to add in stuff about compute shaders. One thing that I really want to add in is a procedurally generated audio for grass against wind, because that would be so cool. And so this will probably be something to do with audio and audio stuff. Anyone have any experience with this? Feel free to comment down below, reach out to me. Yeah, that stands. Please reach out if you guys do have any ideas. I had 2 more chapters that I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to talk about them because I didn't do them. We're in chapter 8 now. Final results. The contents of today's video are the results of a bit over a month of porting my game over, which should have taken a week to be honest, but you know, IB exams are coming up and well, here I am. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's vlog though. Thankfully I managed to actually post the video, hopefully. Also make sure to turn on post notifications so that, you know, when I post next time. And yeah, that's all the self-promotion I'll be doing for now. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.